Before we install WordPress and get started on learning how to use WordPress, I thought I'd better tell you about a couple of options you've got here. When you visit a website in your web browser, those websites are all online and they're all hosted at web hosts. Now those web hosts cost a monthly fee. It's not a big fee, it can be as low as $3 or $4 per month, but it is a fee nonetheless. And if you're just trying to learn WordPress, then you don't want to have that recurring fee. So your better option is to install what we say locally. And you can install WordPress on your own computer. It's totally free to do this, but be aware that your website will not be visible on the internet. To make your website visible on the internet, you need to install your site onto a web host, and that's when you have to start paying the monthly fee. So there are costs associated with having your own web host. Now, most of you taking this course are here to learn how to use WordPress, and if you want to follow along with the course without paying for a web host, then I recommend that you install WordPress on your own computer, and then you can go through this course 100% following it using the WordPress installed on your own computer. And then once you're happy with WordPress, once you know how to use it and how to build your website, and you're ready to take a website live on the internet, then you can worry about the web hosting and the domain name. So how do we get started with this? Well, WordPress will only install on a web server. That's what a web host does for you. It provides the web server. If you're going to install it on your own computer, then you have to have that environment on your computer. And to do that, you're going to need a third-party tool, a piece of software that sets up the web server environment on your local computer. This isn't software provided by WordPress. It's not created by WordPress. It's not supported by WordPress. So let me just go over your options. Originally, this course showed you how to install ServerPress. Now, ServerPress is free, but a lot of people were having a lot of problems getting it to work properly. And I think on Macs now, the latest Mac operating system, there's even further problems with that. The other downside of ServerPress is that you can't then develop your site on your own computer and move it to a live web host without paying a premium upgrade fee. For those reasons, I then added a section to the course using Local by Flywheel, which is also a free tool, and it should be possible to move the site to a web host afterwards using the free version. But the moving of the web host is beyond the scope of this course. However, if you go to Google and you Google Local by Flywheel move site to host, you will get some instructions on the localbyflywheel.com community page. If you have a look on here, it says, "Hi there, sorry for the dumb question, but what's the best, fastest way to migrate a site developed in Flywheel Local to a live website hosting account like HostGator, SiteGround, etc." And then there are some community members there who provide instructions. So if you want to go that route, you can do that as well. The other option is to use something like XAMPP or MAMP. These are not included in this course. I do have a course called Install WordPress Locally that uses XAMPP. XAMPP is totally free. It means you can move your site developed locally onto a web host quite easily, and you can also move a live site from a web host to your local computer if you wanted to play around with it. That course on Install WordPress Locally covers all of that using XAMPP. If you've got XAMPP installed or you're using MAMP and you've got it working, then you don't need to use ServerPress or Local by Flywheel. Essentially, you choose one of these options. If Local by Flywheel, which is the one I recommend you try, you have problems with, try ServerPress. If ServerPress you have problems with, try XAMPP. Be aware that I can't offer detailed support for any of these programs. These programs are not my programs. I don't know what the error messages mean. Therefore, if you try to install one of these and you have problems, you can by all means ask me, but I may well send you to the support for that particular tool, because the support for other people's tools is beyond the scope of this course. This course is about WordPress, and these are just tools to allow you to put WordPress on your own computer so you can learn how to use WordPress as you follow through on this course. So let's go on, and in the next lecture we're going to start a local install, and we're going to do Local by Flywheel. If that works for you, then you can ignore the section on ServerPress. So let's get started with that.